Hey, everybody. Dr. Eric Deputy. Hope you're having a blessed day today. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever walked into a room and forgot what you were doing? You ever walk around your house looking for your cell phone and it's in your hand, or you can't find your glasses and they're on your face? Those are signs of your nervous system misfiring. It's just not working like it's supposed to. You guys, I'm Dr. Eric Deputy, functional medicine doctor. I've been helping people get to the root cause of their health problems now for over 22 years. We've trained thousands of doctors and literally helped hundreds of thousands of patients get to the root cause of their problems by finding the root and fixing that. That's really what we should be doing. And I'll just tell you that the scary thing about loss of focus, loss of brain power, loss of energy. You might think that you're just aging. That's not it. That's not aging. There are folks 90 plus years old that are sharp as they were when they're in their 20s. The scary part is we're finding microplastics, heavy metals, and other environmental toxins now in the brain tissues. We've been looking at this for quite a while, and now it's there. And I want you to understand something. Toxins, when they invade your brain, these microplastics, these nanoplastics, these little bitty tiny particles, not only do they get in your bloodstream, but they cross the blood-brain barrier and they cause inflammation, neuroinflammation. When you have neuroinflammation, your cells of your brain cannot work. And all you care about is the symptoms you have, right? The anxiety, the depression, the sounds and acts like dementia and Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. But the reality of it is that your brain is toxic. That's the thing. Like, I don't care what symptom or diseases you're dealing with. The latest report has come out that shows that all chronic disease is caused by chronic inflammation. And the majority of that is caused by microplastics, microtoxins, heavy metals, and other environmental illnesses and toxicities. That's the fact. That's what's happening right now. So listen, give me a thumbs up. You guys can see me and hear me. Let me know where in the world you guys are watching from, because I want to have a conversation about this. It's a really big problem, but most people don't know how to address it, and it's not that difficult to address. So listen, fluoride that people are getting in their water supply is getting into their brain. We know that fluoride can lower the IQ because it shuts down brain function. It causes the neurons in the brain, the mitochondria, the fuel, the engine inside that cell to not work like it's supposed to. Okay. And that causes a big issues. We've got heavy metals like mercury and lead and cadmium and aluminum that disrupt the electrical signals in the body. Our body is electric. It needs minerals so that it can communicate through electricity. When you've got heavy metals going on in your brain, in your heart, in your body, it loses electrical conduction, which is why we can't synapse as fast as we're supposed to. If there's heavy metals in there with the negative ion charge, and we're supposed to have minerals with a positive ion charge, that's a big problem. How many of y'all would agree with me? Jason, Jamie, Colleen, Mary, all of you guys watching all over the US and folks that are watching over in Europe, would you agree with me that this is a problem? Because it is. It's not just a problem with adults, it's a problem with children as well. Let's talk about glyphosate. Glyphosate disrupts the brain-gut barrier. It also messes up the pineal gland, and so does fluoride. Fluoride also massively disrupts the pineal gland, and that's your antenna for your source. Glyphosate also causes, it's in our food supply, it causes you to have leaky gut. And leaky gut causes leaky brain. And so many people have heard about this, but they don't know what to do to fix it. We've got solutions to do this. And taking a master microbiotic formula is amazing for that. Taking a detox formula is absolutely amazing for that. Let me show you this. This is what we're using. This is our Detox Pro Plus formula, okay? This is the Detox Pro Plus formula, all right? This is what people should be using. It's this formula right here. Now, let me tell you something. I've been doing detoxification as a functional medicine doctor now for almost 22 years. And I've made different iterations of detox formulas. We used to start out with 7 or 8 different pills that you should take every day. All right. The reason why you had to take those is because I need certain things to bind, certain things to chelate, and certain things to knock out the the heavy metals and certain things to deal with the microplastics and certain things to deal with the biofilm. We've been able to now put all of that in one, and we put high dose Himalayan Shilajit in here. So there's 84 positive ion minerals in here that have that electrical charge. So when we remove the heavy metals, because what happens is when you remove the metals, it leaves a hole inside of the cell. You have to backfill that hole up with some type of mineral, and that's what's in the Detox Pro Plus. So this chelates, detoxes, and crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it will help you backfill. But I need you to understand that there's more than just heavy metals and microplastics and glyphosates. What about mold toxins, these mycotoxins? We measure these in our practice all the time. These are environmental pollutants. These cause major problems in the body, respiratory issues, brain fog, massive fatigue, all these types of things. Now, there are many things you need to do in addition to using detox formulas. I'm going to show you how to open up your pathways here in just a moment, but here are the symptoms of having a toxic brain. You let me know if you or anyone you know is dealing with brain fog, recall issues, memory problems, mood swings, irritability, anxiety, depression, or sleep disturbances. If you have or know anyone that has any of those, that's what I'm talking about. This is the problem. What about if you have neurological symptoms like tremors or headaches, migraines, or tingling in the body? ADD, ADHD, Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, all those kinds of things. Fatigue, low motivation, that's a low dopamine dysfunction. That all happens whenever the brain is toxic. Most people have a toxic brain, which causes dysfunction. A lot of people have a toxic heart, which causes heart issues and high blood pressure. Other people have a toxic liver. And if the liver is toxic, you can't burn fat as fuel. You can't keep your blood pressure and cholesterol regulated. It literally can just be because your body is toxic. And so I've been using with our patients now for quite a while, Detox Pro Plus, and the results are phenomenal. We're pulling out the heavy metals, we're pulling out the microplastics, we're reconnecting synapses, we're literally connecting brains and guts back together like it's supposed to. And if you don't understand the power and importance of detoxifying not just your brain, but your entire body, you don't understand health. You don't understand health. If you don't understand the importance of the brain-gut connection using a master microbiotic formula in conjunction to this, you don't understand your health. It is the 1-2 punch that everyone should be doing right now. Listen, the Detox Pro Plus has folic acid. Folic acid is like a little Trojan horse. It's tiny. It gets up inside in the cells, in the lymph, crosses the blood-brain barrier, deposits those minerals like it's supposed to, and it pulls out those toxins. That's physiologically how it works. It has zeolites in it, micronized zeolites, so they're nano-sized. Those are attractants like a magnet for heavy metals: arsenic, lead, cadmium, zinc, or arsenic, cadmium, lead, all those microplastics and heavy metals. The master microbiotics is the bacteria that reestablishes healthy gut microbiome, which is essential. You cannot have a good, healthy gut if you have microplastics, glyphosates, heavy metals, mycotoxins, all these things in our body. It is impossible. It is impossible. Okay. Now, many people are dealing with long COVID, long haulers. They have toxins in their body, whether they're spike protein toxins, whether they're heavy metal toxins, whether they're overgrowth of other primitive pathogens in the body. Something is going wrong in those individuals. And the Detox Pro Plus is what I put every one of them on. I need you to understand, you did not get toxic overnight. These are cumulative. These toxins build up over months, years, and decades in our body. It's going to take you several weeks to months to pull all this out of your system. Most of my patients, when I start them on the detox formula, they do 2-dropperfuls 3 times a day. And they're going to do that for 6 weeks. And then after 6 weeks, they're going to do 2-dropperfuls 1 time a day. They've cleared out the clutter the best of their ability, and now they're going to maintain that. That's what we do with all of our people. Now, the thing is, the question is, Colleen, great question. Are there foods that do the same thing? No, there aren't. It's impossible to find foods that do this. Now, I will tell you, eating cilantro does have some benefits of detox of heavy metals, but you need to eat handfuls and handfuls of cilantro. I love cilantro. we don't need that much of it. We don't need enough of it. And the answer is no. Now, we do know that vitamin C has a chelation ability. If we do it intravenously, orally, it's very difficult. There are other ways. Let me give you a couple other things that you can do to help yourself whenever your body is toxic. So listen, number one, sweating. Sweating through infrared saunas or exercise. Sweat glands are one of the body's most powerful detox organs, and we detox through our skin and through our breath. So heavy metals, BPAs, phthalates, pneumonia, urea, all detoxes through sweating, okay? Those are amazing to do that. 3 to 5 times a week, 20 minutes to 40 minutes max is all you need. Prioritize your health, and you can do that. Number 2, hydration. Hydration with clean, mineral-rich water. Listen, if you don't have a filtration system on your water system, go out and buy a filtration system that pulls out chlorine and fluoride. And then if you can get one that puts hydrogen back in it, that's the best because it's structured water. But at least once or twice a day, take a big pinch of organic, clean sea salt. Organic, clean sea salt. Stay away from pink Himalayan. Stay away from Celtic gray. We're finding that those actually are problematic, okay? So hydrate, filters the kidneys, helps with bile production, liver detox. This formula is a major liver detoxifier, massive liver detoxifier. So anyone who's got elevated AST, ALT, liver enzymes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, this will benefit them, okay? Very, very important for that. And make sure you're drinking at least half your body weight in ounces of fluid per day. Number 3, intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is a great way. It triggers what's called autophagy. Autophagy is your old cells dying off and new cells being reborn. We want new fresh skin, new fresh brain tissue, new fresh liver, heart, organs, all this tissue. It takes time to do that. When you are doing detox in your body, fasting is amazing. And typically starting with a 16-hour fast and eating in an 8-hour window is ideal for that. Occasionally doing a 24-hour fast, maybe once a week, very powerful. I try to do a 3-day fast at least once a month. Sometimes I'll go even longer than that. So that's another thing we can do in addition to using detox formulas. Number 4, sleep. Prioritizing your sleep. Our body heals when it sleeps. We need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep most nights. If we're not doing that, we're not triggering the drainage of some lymphatics in our brain called the glymphatic system. Your brain has its own lymph system called glymphatic. That's the drainage garbage disposal. It drains. It totally drains that out. Now, you need to have proper amounts of sleep for that to happen. If you're not sleeping that 7 to 9 hours at night, the brain's not draining. That's why if you go a couple days without sleeping, you literally can have hallucinations. You can go manic, depressive, all because you're not sleeping properly. So proper sleep is so important. Avoid phone screens or use blue blockers at least an hour before you go to bed. That'll help your brain, your pineal gland, and your circadian cycle balance. And then doing some lymphatic drainage, whether you're doing some brushing, you can take a brush and brush your skin. You can do lymphatic brushing with your hands. Most people who have double chins and chubby cheeks aren't swollen. Their lymph is congested. So they just need to drain the lymph. Using a vibration machine. I'm here at my office right now in St. Louis. We have standing vibration plates. We put our patients on those every day. Why? Because it stimulates the muscle, it stimulates the brain, and it drains the lymphatic system. Muscles can't work unless the lymphatic system drains. That's so important that the lymph drains. And then you can get a rebounder. If you get a little rebounder, those little 3-foot around in diameter trampolines that you can jump and bounce around on, those are game changers. So those are things that you can be doing now in addition to helping the body detoxify. So here's another question from one of our amazing influencers in Africa. She says, what are your thoughts on IV drips and glutathione that people take? Look, I do those in my practices. I just did one Monday myself. I'm a big fan of vitamin IV therapy. It's the best way to get large doses of therapeutic vitamins in your system. And by the way, the Journal of Orthomolecular Medicine is a journal particularly on that's been around for over 50 years that shows the science and data on that. It works amazing. I've been using glutathione, NAD, vitamin C, Myers cocktails, stem cell IVs, Prolo, all those things we do in our regenerative medicine centers that we operate, and they work great. I'm a big fan. Oral glutathione isn't as good as injectable. That's why, everybody's body's a little different. And I always like to test, not guess. Let's test if you need that, because a lot of those procedures are expensive. They do work, but I want to make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck. Another question. This is a great one. So Alicia says, what salt specifically do you recommend now? So I'm a real big fan of Baja Gold salt. There's a couple salts out of Iceland and Spain that are all clean, pure, and organic. I just did a video last week about this. So go on social media and search that up, or go to my YouTube page. Go to biolimitless.com on YouTube. You can look it up there and look at the salts. But I'll tell you that Jacobson salt is good. Baja Gold salt is good. There's a lot of salts. Even Celtic Gray is better than table salt. I'm staying away from pink Himalayan. I'm trying to moderate that because there's a lot of heavy metals in that. There are higher levels of heavy metals in that Celtic Gray salt as well, but you're going to have some levels of metals in almost everything. That's why you should be doing a daily detoxifier. We're finding that those microplastics and heavy metals that get in the brain, those are true neurotoxins, causing things like ADD, ADHD, causing things like people have an exacerbation on the autism spectrum disorder chart, causing people to have those senior moments, causing people to have those types of problems that are out there. So listen, Huntress, let me answer this one. Pink Himalayan salt is definitely better than table salt. Table salt is sodium chloride. That's great to avoid. You should avoid that. Pink Himalayan salt has more minerals in it. The problem is, recent study, there was a Mammavision study that just came out that showed pink Himalayan salt has the highest levels of certain heavy metals in it of other types of salts that are out there. You got to be careful with the salts that you get. So please pay attention to that. We want to make sure we're doing the right things. Colleen says, if you get IV drips, can you still take daily vitamins? Yes. The IV drips are like filling up the bucket. Think about if I have an empty bucket, I want to fill it up. Well, I take my oral vitamins to keep it topped off. Well, many of you are like, well, if my bucket stays full, then why would I need more vitamins? Because you got a bunch of damn holes in your bucket. Here are the holes. You don't eat well. You don't sleep well. You don't move well. You don't breathe well. You're not getting the exercise that you need. You're too stressed out. All these things. Those are holes in your buckets that causes those nutrients to leach out. That's why we need more vitamins and supplements in today's world than ever. And if anybody disagrees with that, they're just flat out wrong. And I'd love to have a conversation with them about that, because that's exactly what the empirical data shows. And the Journal of Orthomolecular Nutrition is one of the best places to go to do that. So metals to detox. We got to pull those out. I just talked about how you can do that. So go back to the beginning and pull those toxins out of your body. Now, here's what I'll tell you. This is a great question. Bridget, great to see you, young lady. So a lot of people ask me this question. Hey, the Detox Pro Plus has activated charcoal in it. Is that going to cause problems with absorption of other vitamins and minerals? I'm going to tell you, no, it doesn't. In 20 years of doing this, I've used different iterations of this formula, and I very rarely ever had anybody have an issue with malabsorption of other nutrients or of medications. But if that seems to be a concern of yours, take this and wait 2 hours, okay? So a lot of people, I'll have them take this first thing in the morning when they get up, and then 2 hours later, they can take their supplements or whatever if they have a concern with that. I don't have a concern with it. I take them all the time at the same time and have no problems at all. This formula has an affinity for heavy metals and microplastics, not for minerals. It has minerals in it. minerals have a different charge than the heavy metals do. And what the binders and detoxifiers in here have is an affinity for those heavy metals and microplastics. By the way, remember, microplastics act like a sponge and they soak up heavy metals. So when you pull out the microplastics, you're pulling out heavy metals and vice versa. I hope that makes sense to do that. Most people will do this first thing in the morning, 2 dropperfuls. What I teach them to do, I'll put it here, is to make what I call bio-limitless living water. 8 ounces of water, 2 dropperfuls of the Detox Pro Plus, a squeeze of lemon or key lime, amazing for the body, and a pinch, like a quarter to a half a teaspoon of clean organic sea salt. You do that. That is a phenomenal way to start your morning. You want to start your morning with that and some energy. Grab that cell signal formula and swallow down 3 of those cell signal formulas first thing in the morning with this, and you'll have energy and you'll have ATP production like you've not ever seen before. So Hunter says, activated charcoal detoxes the metals out? Question mark. Activated charcoal lives primarily in the GI tract, and it's going to pull out all of our microplastics, heavy metals that are in the GI tract. There's a specific type of nanozeolite in here that is a heavy metal attractor that's going to pull that out of the cells, out of the lymph, out of the blood, out of the brain, etc. Put that into the intestinal tract or put that into the lymph, and then it's going to drain out. Activated charcoal is only one of 4 of the chelators and binders that are in here, and there's 84 of the essential minerals. Of the 92 nutrients a human needs every day, 84 of them are in this. This is amazing formula. By the way, you can also brush your teeth with this. There's activated charcoal in here, and there's minerals. So those minerals are what your teeth are made of, and the activated charcoal helps whiten your teeth. It can get rid of dental caries and other problems that people have. So brush your teeth with it, take it down. It's amazing. So listen, I want you to understand that the greatest lie that you've ever been told is that your brain is broken. Your brain is not broken, and you're not broken. You're just burdened. You're toxic. We live in a toxic world. This is literally a crusade. If we can get these heavy metals and microplastics, by the way, this is also anti-candida and anti-parasitic in nature. So throw this at everyone who has all those. I'm telling you, I do this every day. My patients do this every day. My kids are doing this every day. There's no reason why you shouldn't either. So listen, I wanted to just share this with you guys. And I'm so excited about the results you're going to get. Jessica says hers should be there in a few days. Can I take this with other vitamins, lion's mane, curcumin, fish oil? Yes, 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 and yes. Please do that. You're going to be surprised how much better this makes you function and makes you feel. But be consistent with it. It takes your body a minimum of 90 days to really long-term push some things out. And it takes a minimum of 120 days for your cells to turn over. So those old cells are dying off, new cells are being built. So folks, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. It's a big, important conversation for all of us to have. And I just want you to remember that knowledge is power. I'm telling you, this is a formula that works. I gave you 5 things you can start doing right now. That's knowledge to help detoxify your body. But the real power is applying that to your life. If you don't do it, it doesn't work. This young lady has a question, and then I'm going to get going. I got to go see some patients. So the question is, Sabine says, when can we buy these online? I'm in Australia and patiently waiting to be able to purchase your products. So we're able to distribute these all over the place. Certain countries like Australia, I don't know if you know this, Australia is very difficult. Certain regions in Asian markets are a little difficult to get into as well. We're working on being able to do that. It's a process. To be able to bring all the advanced technologies that we have to all over the world is difficult, but we're doing it. There's a lot of work to be done behind that. So you can go now and order these. So listen, the Bio-Limitless community is a big community filled with influencers all over the world. And it's a big family of influencers supporting this. And we want to support those influencers. So one way you can do that is if those influencers referred you to this webinar, this podcast, or to me, call that person, text that person, said, hey, I just listened to Dr. Naputi. I heard about the Detox Pro Plus. Send me your link so I can go purchase that right now. So if you have a friend or a family member or a loved one that does that, get that link from them and do it. Number two, if you're already in the family, you can go to your back office and purchase this. You should be telling people about this on your social media feed or in person or however you do that. Give them your link, or you can go purchase. If you're not in those two categories and you're looking to purchase this, what we're doing is, those of you that want to be a customer, you can absolutely go online, go to wearebiolimitless.com, and there's a link. You can become a customer there. Then what we do is we now then give you the ability to become part of our family, and the rest of our influencers can help you grow your reputation, grow your influence, help other people. And yes, you can purchase these detox formulas at our practices. So you definitely can do that as well. So guys, I got to get going. Until we meet again, I'm Dr. Eric Naputi. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless this beautiful, beautiful world. Stay smart out there and protect your babies. We'll see you soon. Have an amazing day.